comfortable and not think that, oh, he's got too much money, I'm parked behind him in my 5 Series. You're just as important as him in the 5 Series as he is in that Rolls Royce, because this is still a luxury car. This symbol means many things, and it means black man's wheels, brothers' motor wheels, it could mean anything. But to be quite honest, it means what you want it to mean, which is BMW, you know, and like I say, you fit in anywhere in this car. It has its own, it has its looks and it has its credibility cut out for itself, you know. It's a quite square and up-to-date gentleman's car.
Our old-shaped 5 Series won't be found in a plate glass BMW outfit. They're just too old. The best place is the classified ads. Colours sell cars, and the best for the 5 is Cinnabar Red. Go for strong colours like this one and some of the metallics, and avoid the Stalingrad greys and Channel crossing greens.
But the 5 Series needs more than just a strong colour to make it desirable. This is the bottom-of-the-range 518i, the least attractive specification because of the asthmatic 4-cylinder engine, steel wheels with hubcaps, and lack of electric windows and central locking. The 520i Lux over here, on the other hand, is the much better buy because it has the more robust 6-cylinder engine, the alloy wheels, the central locking and the electric windows. Simply put, the more it's got, the more it's going to look and feel like a BMW should. And more importantly, when you come to sell a high-specification car like this, it's going to be a question of beating off eager buyers in groups of 16.
Mechanically, the car is a lot stronger than most. Listen out for a whining differential. You'll hear a drone from the back of the car. Camshafts wear on high-mileage examples. Listen for a ticking from the engine. And worn valve guides aren't unknown. Look for a puff of blue smoke between gear changes and on startup. And don't forget to insist on a full service history.
One small annoyance are the service interval warning lights, designed to tell you when your next service is due and keep you firmly joined at the hip with the BMW dealer network. Now, not surprisingly, BMW say that these lights have to be reset by a BMW dealer at dealer prices. They will, however, sell you a special resetting tool for some £300 if you want to do it yourself, or like us, you can go out and buy one of these tools for 34 quid. Simply plug it in, press the button for a few seconds, and presto, out go your warning lights. Alternatively, if you think 30 quid's too much, one BMW service manager we spoke to said he could put your lights out for a tenner.
Things we would recommend you do buy from BMW are safety parts like brake pads, shock absorbers, and steering bushes. You can't, on a car like this, afford to take risks.
Running a 5 Series needn't break the bank. There are plenty of independent specialists, like this one, who will sell you parts for your BMW at considerably less than you might think. Smash a rear light cluster in a car park and a BMW dealer will relieve you of nearly £100. But here, the identical light cluster made by the same people, but not in a BMW box, will cost you just £60.
You'll save the most on copy body panels. They may not have the precision of the Bavarian originals, but when your car's getting on in years, does it really matter? Similar savings can be had on trim parts like this grille section, or other infuriatingly expensive items like bumpers, badges and rubbing strips.
And, perish the thought, should you ever come back to your 528 to find it neatly propped up on bricks without wheels, a new set of alloys from here would cost just £178. But from a BMW dealer, a new set of alloys weighs in at £890.
They may not be identical, but they'll do the job well enough. A usable 83 520i starts at around £1,750. A mint 86 528i can be had for as little as £5,000. But the real bargain is the 535i. It's a real 140-mile-an-hour Autobahn stormer, and at just £5,000, a lot cheaper than most people reckon. To see if the years had taken their toll, we took it to Bruntingthorpe Proving Ground.
Now, we wouldn't want you to try this at home since we're on a test track in supervised conditions, but just to give you an impression of how unburstable these old 5 Series are, this 535i, despite having 5 years and 60,000 miles under its belt, is still happily pulling 130 miles an hour in its stride.
So, if you're looking for a robust and reliable, together-looking family saloon and you fancy a bit of street cred as well, then look no further than the old Shape 5 Series. You won't be disappointed.
On 40 Minutes next Thursday on BBC Two at 9:30, Jeremy Irons will present a poem by Heathcote Williams. It's called Autogeddon.
What do you mean I'm drunk? Of course I'm drunk. Only time I concentrate is when I'm drunk. We're on holiday, so shut up and start enjoying yourselves. I can do this bit of the journey in my sleep. You ever feel something's going to happen and then it does? $17 million dead and counting. More than twice the number in the death camps. 18 times the count in Korea. 17 Vietnams. 130 times the kill at Hiroshima. 8,500 Ulsters. The 100 Years' War in a week. The Crusades in under 30 seconds. A humdrum Holocaust. The Third World War that nobody bothered to declare. If the Chinese geomancers were right, and this Earth is a living organism, the atmosphere obviously being its breath, oil could pass for its digestive juices, its cerebrospinal fluid, an essential bile, or even its lifeblood.
Within this elegant and eloquent and sometimes frightening prognosis, there is irrefutable fact, there is conjecture, and there is poetry. But the message seems to be clear. The car is a beast that may well one day consume the earth and all who dwell on it. A terrifying thought. But what would the world be like with no internal combustion engine? Would we let the house burn because there is no fire engine? Would we let our loved ones die because there is no vehicle to get them to the hospital? Would we let an Ethiopian starve because there is no truck to get the food from the port? And would we add 1 million or more to Britain's dole queues because there is no motor industry? There is no definite proof of global warming, and no one can say for sure just what is causing the hole in the ozone layer. But there is an inescapable fact. Cars do destroy people's lives. They do maim and they do kill. Or do they? Isn't it more likely to be the people who drive them? Now, Top Gear will continue to campaign for safer cars, but only you can make safer drivers. Autogeddon, next Thursday, BBC Two, 9:30.
There's something about islands and motorsport that go together. A certain rebelliousness of spirit, perhaps, which means that they escape the control of the authorities on the mainland. We all know about the Isle of Man, but the holiday island of Jersey also has a motorsporting pedigree. Not the largest of places, Jersey has 80,000 people and 80,000 cars squashed onto it. Many of them hire cars with their H number plates, which the locals call horror cars. In spite of all the traffic, the splendid Jersey Motorcycle and Light Car Club, dating back to 1920, organises 50 motorsports events a year. Jersey's most ambitious motorsporting project took place just after the Second World War. While mainland Britain scrabbled around with petrol coupons, Jersey was recovering quickly from the German occupation, and world-class racing drivers of the day were attracted here to St Helier to compete on the promenade.
Jersey was the setting of the first international road race to be held on a British track, and 25 entrants get away to a roaring start, tearing into the first lap of 160 dangerous miles. British, French and Italian drivers jockey for position, with the Siamese colours of Prince Bureau well up among the leaders for the first few laps.
5 road races were held on the fast but somewhat undemanding circuit, but events were curtailed in the 50s after a tragic accident.
This 1947 race, however, seemed a very jolly affair.
British hopes are pinned to number 7, the green Maserati, driven by Reg Parnell. And here he comes, flat out, a British winner. A fine performance, and Mrs. Parnell makes it a very happy ending.